cheers to episode 72.
Cheers. 72, baby.
Yeah, I just forgot about the drinking portion again of the show.
McDonald's Coke.
Wow, I just have water. Gotta hydrate up after this weekend.
Whoa,
It's
Evan.
hot.
I didn't do
weekend.
anything. I was just standing out in the sun for...
Got
for a
it. You get
long
sunburned?
You're glowing right now.
No, I don't. My face got a little red today because I didn't want to put
A little
sunscreen
pink.
on, but I was sunburnt on just one day working on the course on Tuesday, but now I think it's turned into like a decent tan where I'm peeling a little bit, but...
Mhm. So we were recording this episode on Sunday, May 15th at 8:09 p.m. A Sunday recording, a Sunday pod. Been a while. And people out there are way too confident about the Lions going into next season based on what I've seen during this week, which we will get to in this show. So we're going to hit on our weekly check-ins, the Detroit Lions schedule release. Before that, maybe some quick hitting thoughts on the playoffs that are going on that our teams, again, are not a part of. The NBA Pistons draft lottery is coming up. Maybe a preview of that, what we're feeling. Not as exciting as last year. The Tigers, their up and down play. And some PGA Championship picks to get you ready for golf's most boring major. But still.
It's still a major, Grant. It still matters.
Would you
Still
say,
fun.
do you think it's the most boring major?
Yeah, I just don't think it's boring, so I wouldn't describe it like that.
Do you think, rank the majors?
Masters, U.S.
Jinx.
Open, PGA,
Open, PGA.
Open.
I like the Open. I'd almost put it too.
Open's on
Evan.
so far on the bottom because like prime
It's- the
time for
time
that
sucks.
is like 10 a.m.
But
It's
the
like-
time I kind of like too. I like waking up and it's on.
I like waking up, going to play
Do not
golf,
hurt
coming back, and then watching Sunday.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Would you guys put the players above the PGA?
No.
No.
Evan, would you put the players above the Open?
No.
I wouldn't put the players above any major because it's not a major.
Facts. It's true. All right. Evan, what did you do last week?
Last week, let's see, we recorded on Tuesday. So, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I didn't do anything special. But Saturday, this past weekend, I guess, Saturday and today, baseball tournament up in Owasso. Wherever we go, it always rains. 1-1 yesterday, played decent, not that bad. Today, got our butts handed to us. 9-0 after the top of the half. We're the home team, so 9-0 going into the bottom of the first.
No way.
Yep,
Wait a second.
first pitch, ding dong from a kid that was like 4'5". Just absolutely just pimp job. Okay,
And then-
asterisk here.
Okay. All right.
We're playing on like I would say a high school field, but no grass infield. It's like I don't know. It's bigger. The 300-foot fences. However,
Wait, there's no grass in the infield?
correct. We play 50, 70 bases. No grass on the infield. 300-foot fence. However, they put up a makeshift fence in the outfield.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can picture it right
And
now.
it's supposed to be like, come on, it should be at least like 250, 225. I'm guessing the fences weren't any farther than 190. You hit a
So
routine
flick
fly
your wrist
ball.
and that
yes.
ball's gone.
You hit a routine fly ball, it's a home run. I think we gave up probably 8 to 10 home runs this weekend.
In a 12U tournament.
The fences were 190 feet.
So how many bombs would you have hit?
Every fly ball would have been a home run that we hit.
But how many fly balls are you hitting, Evan? Ground ball hitter.
To a 12U, I'm swinging for the fences. This swing is going all about launch angle. There was a couple home runs at like towards the end of the game where it was just a moonshot straight up in the air. It's like a routine fly ball goes over the fence. Like nothing you can do about it.
Is this one of those like orange makeshift fences that's like tied together like a construction site?
No, it's not
Like
it's
not
not
a
the
real
snow
fence.
fence. It's actually nicer than that. It was actually kind of looked like a little bit of like an outfield fence. It was blue, had like a yellow like boundary top to it, like normal fences do.
Did any kids fall over it tracking a fly ball?
Oh yeah, one of the home runs, my own left fielder was running after it super hard, just ran through it, boom. Didn't even like realize that. Hey, the fence is like going to be on your ass pretty
Is this
soon.
like a
just ran
like
through
a
it and
metal
knocked over it.
fence?
Huh?
It's like a metal fence,
No, it's like
Especially like
padded
fabric.
fence.
No,
Mesh?
It's like mesh. Like, you can run through this thing. And you just
yeah,
couple over it.
it's catching
Got
you,
it.
but not really.
Got
Yes,
it.
it's just slowing your momentum down until you face plant on the other side.
It's not like Mitchell Park's metal fence because that would hurt a lot if you're
Correct,
running
no.
full speed into that.
Did people have to come out and like fix the fence after you ran through it?
No, that thing would just springboard. Like the stakes, wherever stakes they had, it would just go down and then it would just pop right back up.
How are these kids supposed to get ready for Williamsport if where the fences are like 220 these days? If we're doing 190
Correct.
participation trophy.
Oh
fences.
god, it was miserable. Yeah,
You played at Yankee Stadium.
I know. Yes, we did. We played down at I wouldn't even say T-ball field.
How does it get to 9-0? Did they bat around twice?
Had to have
They didn't bat around twice. They batted.
at least 1.5.
Well, the first kid just hit it in a home run, so there's one run and one batter.
Yeah, rally killer.
Yeah, I think they batted through the lineup. Well, you can also bat 10. They batted 10 guys because it's travel baseball. You can buy as many as your roster wants. They
So
batted-
soft.
Really?
I think they batted probably 13,
That is weird.
14 people in the
That makes sense.
innings.
So if you had a 20-person team, you could just have all 20
Well,
kids have
there's
a bat.
roster maxes for some tournaments. You can only like this tournament. I think the max roster you can have is 14.
Did you pull your pitcher at all? In the
No.
inning? Oh my god, that kid had to go
Oh,
9.
it's brutal for that
nine
kid, Evan.
earned.
Well, it wasn't 9 earned. There was a couple of errors, but I think
God, this is Joey Wentz
12U
out there.
baseball,
This
there's
is
a lot of
Joey
errors.
Wentz making his
at
Tigers
that point,
debut.
like you just have to get out of it, so we're not like wasting like another arm.
Yeah, it's a bullpen day for sure.
Yeah.
I do have one question just to
Yeah.
about 12U baseball.
Yeah.
So if kids hit like grounders into the infield, do they run them out like and get safe at first, like in Little League, or are they a little better at fielding in 12U and they can
It's
throw them
travel
out?
baseball. I mean,
I would hope
it's a little
so.
bit
I just
better.
wanted to make sure.
There's a lot of bang plays.
Didn't know if baseball was like falling off talent wise.
No. If anything, it's getting better because you play year round. You're training year round. So
There
That's
was a brief scare there where America thought that lacrosse was taking over baseball. So it's good to know that has not happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
there was a
society.
lot of rumors that baseball is dying amongst little kids.
If
so
Lax
it's good to
Bros
know.
took over the world, we're looking at a really scary world.
this tournament
dude.
had age groups from 10 through 14 for softball, and then 9 to I think 13 for baseball. There was over 100 teams at this tournament,
How much are we talking to get in as an entry fee for these tournaments?
around 400.
Per team?
Yeah.
And a $20,000 purse if you win.
Yeah, no, they don't win money, I'm assuming.
My last question that just came to me, what's the hot bat with 12-year-olds? Because in our day, it was the Easton Stealth was huge.
Oh, yeah, well,
different
orange and blue
colorways.
one?
Yeah.
There's the Cat 4, I think.
We still swinging DeMarinis? What are we swinging?
Yeah,
these
DeMarine's
days?
still around. Cat 4. There's a one that we all have that like half the kids have. I don't know. It's like a $450 bat. I don't know.
Wow.
Try to look it up.
I just need to know this stuff before I be dugout morale guy.
That's a heck of a Christmas gift. A $450 bat.
I'm trying to think. I don't have a kid in the fight, so
I think Shot of Michigan Sports should go live from one of your 12U tournaments.
the
I would like one at bat.
The Louisville Slugger bat is called a Meta. Louisville Slugger Meta bat.
We're
That's-
making metaverse bats.
It's called the Meta. Louisville
You put
Slugger
on a
Meta.
headset before you swing.
There's another one I don't remember. It's white and it has like orange lettering on it. Like half our team has it. Mariucci
black?
has one. There's a Mariucci one.
The black CF4 with the red lettering was steroids and that definitely illegal. They definitely put something in that like almost the ball came off, a baseball came off the black CF4 with red lettering like a golf ball would come off a baseball bat, and they had to ban it. And if you had your hands on one of those and the tournament let you use it, you were automatically going 3 for 4 with 3 doubles.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cat 9's a Mariucci bat. That's
Yep, that was
popular.
supposed to be popular.
There's another bat that I just don't know what it's.
Just so the
Steve
the
Mariucci?
baseball heads don't come for you, Evan, I think it's called Marucci, but we're splitting hairs. here.
Sorry. You know.
Steve Mariucci's bat.
Yes. Speaking of baseball, that ties perfectly into mine. On Thursday, I went to my first Tigers game in person. I don't want to say my only Tigers game this year, but my first one. So we'll see. The door is open. And shout out my uncle. They were through his work. They were phenomenal seats. It's the closest I've ever sat in a Major League Baseball game. It was like 4 rows behind the on deck circle, like to the left of the A's dugout, like in between the dugout and home plate. It was sweet.
I saw your picture.
I didn't really hear anything that you would get because you're on the A's side. I had a couple observations, mainly just one, is that the 3 of us are 100% faster than Miguel Cabrera running down the first base line.
I could have told
would
you that.
hope so, Grant.
It's alarming how slow he runs.
He is old and fat.
I know, but it's a big problem whenever there's a man on first because there's no chance they're not turning a double play. They could kick the ball in the left field, pick it up, then throw it the second, and the guy could Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook it over his head, and Miguel's still going to be out in that case because he is moving. Even my mom, who is not there to nitpick athletes by any means, she's like, "Wow, he's moving very slow down the first baseline." So that was my main observation. The second one is which happened at the game I was at and a game the day later. The scorekeepers at Comerica Park are a little too nice for my liking, especially when it comes to anything Spencer Torkelson does. Mm-hmm. When I was there, they hit a hard ground ball off the glove, which was a backhand like routine play. Like I know backhand's tough for an average person, but when you're a Major League Baseball player, you should be able to backhand a ground ball. They ruled that as a hit for him, so they didn't give him an error there, a fielding error. And then the next day, he hit a hard line drive to the third baseman, and they gave him a hit on that when it probably would have also should have been considered an error. So I think they're a little too scared to drop the big old capital E when it comes to anything Spencer Torkelson does. So I like them to hold him more accountable.
This makes sense coming from you. You are a stat guy, so.
I like to hold athletes accountable. Do I have any right to do that with my athletic ability? No, but I like to. And do I have anything else? Just the weather, guys. It got really hot fast, and I want to know how you guys have been handling it.
I love the heat, personally.
I
hate the cold. Hate the cold, love the heat. Cold little boy all the time, so heat's good for me.
If you can't handle the heat, get out of Alex's kitchen.
Correct.
I don't mind it. I'm not complaining. I mean, working in it kind of stinks, but other than that, I mean, I'm enjoying it. What I don't like about the heat is going to bed when it's hot, waking up when it's hot.
That does suck.
I would rather blast as hot as you want during the day, but at night, like, get below 70, please. And, like, when I wake up, like, be below 70.
Yeah. It was, right? It's still below 70.
There was a couple of days during the work week where it would be, like, 68, 67 when you wake up, and then, like, by, like, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, it's already, like, 75.
Yeah, going to my car one morning before work. It said it was 68, but it was pretty.
Work is like, walk into your car.
It's pretty humid.
Walk.
Nah, then that was it. Then I came back outside around 4:15. So, I don't really know how the weather's going. Honestly,
there are a few things that make me feel as good in the summertime than when you get into bed. You don't really know what it's like outside because it's late. You crack that window open and it's a nice 65-degree breeze coming through. Like, oh, I'm sleeping with this window open all night. And I'm going to wake up with a stuffed nose, but that's okay. Because I'm going to be in a cold little cocoon ball in my bed, wrapped up in the sheets, rolling around. The worst is when you open it and it's like 72 degrees and muggy. And you're like, well, I'm going to have to crank the ceiling fan. So nothing's better when you open that window. That's all for me. A little bit tying with Alex at the end what we did today, but I'll let you take it, Alex, to take home these weekly check-ins.
So the only thing really crazy that happened to me, I would consider this crazy, is that Golf Galaxy checking out on Saturday. This old man
bought new clubs.
What were you buying?
Buying my dad a putter grip. So he asked for a new one.
Happy Father's Day, Garrett.
Happy Father's Day.
Correct. So I was doing that, and this dude was walking with a big bag. It was like a plastic bag over iron set. I guess that when you go in there, if you buy irons, order them, you go into the back and they're sitting on a back table and you get them. I don't know, in a plastic bag. Apparently the guy walked in with one club. He's walking out with all these irons. He didn't go to the checkout desk. He just walked past, and I'm just standing getting rung up. This dude who was ringing me up looks at the guy. He's like, that guy came in with one club. He's leaving with a whole set of irons. And he just like looks at him. He's like, 1 second. He just runs outside to this guy. He's like, sir. As he's like walking towards him, the guy just was not going to stop. He just was head down, like started walking really fast. And then he gets outside, and I'm like watching it outside. And the guy tried to steal a $1,500 set of irons. He's just going to take them out of the store. And this was like a 60-year-old man. Like I said, this was nuts. I was just like, what?
What time during the day was this?
It's like 10 a.m. And the guy comes back. He's like, that was going to steal them. He was going to steal irons. And then they're trying to get his plate, and he like ran to his car, got in, and drove away immediately. And the guy was like, yeah, I think he's done that before. I think he's tried to do that before. I was just sitting there in awe, waiting for my receipt as all this craziness went down. Wow, that was nuts. So yeah, guy tried to steal clubs. And then staying on golf, Grant and I golfed today. I think that's what he wants to talk about.
Real quick though, I was thinking we might need you for the greater area to do a little police sketch of what this guy looked like, and maybe we can post it on our social account. Like, beware of this man stealing clubs in the Royal Oak area.
I don't know, he's just like an old, short dude he's wearing a hat. Yeah, it was just like the most standard grandpa-looking guy ever. I can't believe he tried to steal clubs. He's driving like a $50,000 car.
What car was it?
He's driving like what are those Buick Enclave? Oh,
Yeah.
like the Buick SUV though.
Sounds right.
What's the Buick SUV? Oh, it's a nice white Buick SUV.
Enclave.
Either way, try to steal irons. Crazy. So
You can start on the golf front. I need to take a bite of this McChicken.
Oh, behave,
All right.
Grant.
Grant and
I'm nervous to take a bite now.
Grant and I had the golf round of hell today.
Well,
That's
mainly
what we
you.
were calling it. Yeah, I was feeling pretty rough on the front nine. Feeling a little hungover. So I was battling some adversity. Don't have my own clubs because my parents have my clubs, taking them to Florida. So I'm using old stuff.
Not a big deal.
Oh.
Grant and I
Vacation.
we shared a golf bag. Didn't even have our own. We're sharing a putter, like handing it to each other on the putting greens.
There was a hole in the bag too.
Yeah, hole in the bag. So I was battling the front nine.
But the biggest key of the whole thing, we were a twosome. We did not get paired up with anyone, which is huge for morale.
Yes.
We would have.
Yes.
Our tee time was 2:27.
We were
It's
kinda
2:15, and we're like, let's just go. Let's just go now before they can pair us up. So we just went by ourselves.
And
Was
we
there a
finished.
starter? Was there a Ranger or starter?
No.
No, there was no one in the starter booth, so we just went.
Then
Yeah.
absolutely
And
not
the
gonna
best
get paired
thing,
up.
we finished the first hole and we look back, it's 2:27. There's two guys on the tee box. And Alex goes,
Exactly
"There's our
2:27.
pairing."
Yeah. And then even later on, two guys in front of us were like, you guys want to play together? We're like, nope, we're good. Keep going.
Thanks.
Like, no interest
You're
in
not
that.
going to like our music. I can promise you that.
Yeah. So I was battling a hangover, club situation. It also rained a couple times, just dumped for no reason, and then would stop. It was a very weird weather day.
Thick rain. Plopping on my face. It was
Before
sunny outside
the
too.
golf round, Grant had this just begging for strokes as always. He wanted
And-
18, and I was not giving him 18. I was very hungover. I knew I wasn't going to play that well. He's begging for 18 strokes. Settled on 14, and that was the right decision, I think.
Well, I also had a longtime listener of the show and fan, Ben V, here from the night before, also ripped up. Hopefully he made it home safely today and is feeling better. But he was supposed to be my agent and
He was pleading for 18. I was
negotiate
not
for
having it.
strokes on my behalf. And I thought we all landed at 16 at one point where Grant gets, there's 4 par 3s. Usually
I couldn't give Grant strokes on a par 3. It's just not fair.
I thought I should have got strokes on 2 of the par 3s, whatever. Now, how it went down at the end, our stories will differ for the end of time.
No,
Some
I'm not
people-
going to dispute it.
Some people will say that Alex had a 2-shot lead going into 17. And he
Match
did,
play.
He
2 up.
He legitimately hit his drive into a bunker. And people will dispute that him taking a hybrid and trying to hit out of the bunker was a move to leave the door open for his tag-along partner, Grant. Others would say he was trying to step on my neck, my throat, and end the match there. Needless to say, he hit a worm burner that hit the lip of the bunker and shot up in the
Came
air
back.
back into the bunker and then did that again. So basically, I won that hole. And then the next hole, I'm pretty sure you played it how we would normally. And simply put, I sunk a massive bogey net par putt, probably an 8-footer, with a massive Tiger Woods level fist pump to even the match. And it ended as
all square, Grant.
All squared for those that don't say as.
Yep. Grant's really good. I couldn't withstand the pressure he put on 17 and 18. I did not look at him right before the bunker shot and say, hey, Grant, I'm going to leave the door open for you and I'm going to try to hit this hybrid out of the bunker. I never said that to him, but I did. And so, yeah, I played horrible on the front. I played all right on the back. I think overall we got testy on the back nine. We were definitely chirping each other before everyone was taking their tee shots. Said some mean stuff to each other.
I think we both said things we regret looking back on it.
Yeah. I mean, it was not your like nice, polite golf round. It was, let's try to get in the other person's head and see if we can.
The first time we were absolute drama queens, like just complaining about everything and
I was getting some bad breaks. And Grant was duffing shots and they would land 2 feet from the hole and he'd tap in for a par. And I hit a good shot and it'd catch the lip of a bunker and fall in a hole. I had to take one shot. I was taking one shot out of the bunker and there was a turd like a half inch from my ball. Like it's just a bird turd. And I was just like, come on.
Evan, when you see someone on a golf course in front of you playing and they're wearing Wrangler jeans, do you just assume they suck?
Yes.
Yeah. There is a guy in Wranglers in front of us today, and I assumed he was
a lot
terrible.
of guys on our golf league.
Yeah.
Doing physical activity out in the heat today.
Yeah, and probably like a washed black, probably Motley Crue t-shirt. I would imagine. I didn't see him, but I imagine.
We were on one tee box, and Grant was feeling himself from his Bud Lights, and he's like, hey, those Wranglers! Screaming on the tee box. It was also a super slow round. I think it took us like 6 hours, it felt like. I guess it was probably only like 5. But it was a long round.
We were at twosome, right? And there was a foursome in front of us, and we kind of, I'm driving. Alex made me drive because he couldn't feel his legs in the first round, the first time.
Regrettable decision. Grant's not the best kart driver. Drove over several tee boxes.
This course was cheeks.
No way.
It was driving on tee boxes, dude.
You would have too. This course was cheeks.
On hole 2, he left the cart like 50 yards from the putting green. Anyways, Grant, why did you pull around?
I'm like, Alex, what's the etiquette? How close do I get to these guys on a tee box to let them know we'd like to play through? He's like, I don't know, just don't be driving in their backswing. I go, okay, so we get close, and then we were pretty close to them, and they look back at us, and then they decide to keep going. And Alex just mutters under his breath. He goes, zero self-awareness.
They had no feel for the moment.
That might have been what you said.
We just passed them on the turn. They were like getting hot dogs inside. We just went on.
Yeah,
and the guy comes out while we're teeing off, and he's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead."
Yeah, and Alex kind of did one of those. Alex gave one of those half-ass, like, "Cool if we play through," but like, even if he said no, Alex was still going to play through.
Grant, I think Grant already hit.
Cool if we play through. No.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. I didn't want to stare at your jeans any longer, but overall, it was good.
Final numbers. Grant did break 100.
Well,
98.
We took 2 mulligans on the front nine.
So I guess in that sense, yeah, maybe a 99, maybe 100.
Alex steps up. He hits I don't know what kind of iron you were hitting because these holes are small. You didn't have to hit driver on a lot. Rips one in the water. I'm like, all right.
I tried to hit a 2-iron, and in my state of health, I should not have done that.
I go, if I hit one in the water too, we'll go mulligans. He goes, deal. I just absolutely splash one. I'm like, well, starting from scratch, here we go. So not really a 98, but I've definitely had worse opening rounds. My opening rounds most years are probably 120, and I definitely played better than that, so that's good.
He did hit the worst putt I've ever seen in my entire life, though. Had a 12-footer, and I think he hit it 1 foot. And then made the 11-footer.
I think I also had an 8-footer that I also hit 24 feet, 16 past the hole. I had no business hitting. I had no business hitting a few putts today, but usually followed it up well. So, speaking of erratic play, the Detroit Lions, or maybe they're consistently bad. Who knows? However you want to put it.
We don't even know yet, Grant.
But past years. Anyways, the NFL schedule released this past week, and everyone lost their minds. And I'd like to start with, when exactly did the schedule release become so Super Bowl-like? Kind of was annoying me this week.
2 years ago, I think.
That feels right.
It's new. It was not this big of a deal.
Is it
All
because
I cared about when I was younger is if we had any primetime games. But now everyone's like, oh, we played week 4 at 1 p.m. Trying to leak it, the fake Twitter accounts. It's a lot. It's too much.
I forget from last year, Evan, do you like the buzz of schedule release, or you kind of, where do you fall? You wanted to know last week, though. You were texting in the group. You're like,
yes, I just want them to get the information out because they're just like, they're blue balling you with like, oh, here are the European games. Here's a couple Monday night games. Here's a Thursday night primetime game.
Did you guys actually watch the NFL Network show?
I did watch the NFL Network show until Stafford got off because I thought it was going to be like an NFL show where they release everybody's schedule, then just go to Twitter and every single team just posted their schedule on Twitter. So I was like, well, what's the point of having these shows?
They didn't even like release it either. They just Matthew Stafford's on right when it opens and they just started talking about the Rams schedule. They didn't like release.
Well, because the NFL Network has a brand new studio inside SoFi Stadium.
It's just like they didn't even care to. I thought they would like put everyone's
Matthew Stafford's the
up.
defending Super Bowl champion. Put some respect on his name.
Hey, Evan, I don't have a problem with Stafford. I just thought I was watching a schedule release, and they didn't even show it, and I just went to Twitter and watched everyone's videos, which were pretty funny.
Shout out the Chargers.
Like ours. Hot take.
I thought ours was dumb as well.
I don't get the whole like hoopla about this like security guy. I get like he like does funny skits, but like I think it's completely overrated and not funny at all. I didn't like ours.
Wow, chop that guy. I have no opinions on him, but I like that strong take.
I definitely didn't like our video compared.
Are you worried though that he would be able to beat you up? He looked like he knows some advanced technique.
I'm frightened. I don't want to see him at Ford Field. I definitely wouldn't trip him down Section 28.
I think there was one or two that made me laugh, or like 3, but there were some of them. I mean, I don't know.
Chargers one was pretty solid.
I mean, nothing. I don't know if anything will ever beat the Chargers one because they were the first team that just said like we're gonna openly make fun of the biggest storylines of the year. Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Like I don't know. I feel like Urban past Meyer. Ones people have not like made fun of things the NFL like because the NFL I don't think wants people keep bringing up Urban Meyer now that he's out. They probably want to move on from that. Every team was
chopping Urban.
Yeah, it's like everyone agreed like everything is fair game this year and. It should be because like people are like, oh, that's going to be motivation for Jacksonville in week whatever. It's like, no, they're not going to care. It's just funny and it's petty. Like it's a good comedy bit.
It's funny.
There's so many good ones. I had to watch that. I think I watched that one like 3 times. Also, do you guys also find that anime music is kind of hype? That music in that video got me going. Like I wanted to go like run through a brick wall.
Are you okay, Graham? Is this a cry for help?
No. I don't ever watch anime. I've always made fun of people that like anime. The song they used in that kind of was cool. I'm gonna say it.
Sure. I didn't get all jazzed up by a schedule release video of anime, but yeah, I thought it was a funny video.
I thought it was really cool. Like when they had the Transformer, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes. That didn't like. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Evan, did you think it was the coolest thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
Whoa. I don't think you're putting words in Grant's mouth. I don't think you said. I wasn't really focused on like the music. Yeah, like I heard some of it. Couldn't tell you what it was like the tone of it anymore. I was kind of like trying to focus on like each team's detail.
Okay.
I enjoyed the video of all time. I think it was okay. It was not the greatest video of all time, no.
Best scheduled release video of all time so far.
I agree.
Sweet. It is so dumb. I mean, we're about to do it. It's so dumb that every show out there mandatory has to go win-loss week by week down the schedule when nobody knows what's going to happen. There could be trades. Baker Mayfield could be on a new team. There could be injuries. The NFL is the biggest injury league in the entire world, more so than any other sport where like massive injuries shape a team. You can guarantee massive fantasy players will go down every single year.
Yeah, so, it's May.
It's so dumb, but it's almost
gonna be May.
You have to do it, and you almost gotta be jokingly about it and be like, yeah, like whatever I say right now in May is probably not even gonna come close to accurate.
True.
But if it does,
we are
get us credentials.
Then you grab this clip and you post it out and say we are experts.
Before we start, all the Lions fans being upset about like us not getting a prime time. If you just like go back like 6 months ago and just look at our schedule, at our record, we were 3-13-1,
Yeah.
and a lot of our games were boring to watch. We all
All
collectively
of them.
stood up in Ford Field and booed this team off the field against the Eagles.
Me and you
Well,
did
Evan,
that.
you started that.
Me
I
and you
was
did
sick
that.
of that.
I booed. I did not stand and boo.
Like, we don't have a superstar on our team. Yeah, we have the number 2 pick, but he's not like a sexy like quarterback or anything like that. The honeymoon phase is over with Dan Campbell.
Jared Goff's kind of sexy.
Okay.
All right, then.
And like, we don't deserve a primetime
Hey, yo.
game. We're lucky
We
that we're
don't
still
need
on.
a primetime game.
We're so lucky we're still on Thanksgiving. At
Evan,
We're
I'm gonna
12:30.
lucky we haven't been
I'm gonna
relegated from the
stop you right
NFL.
there. We 1,000% deserve a primetime game because everyone else got one. But the biggest thing is
No.
we were the third most profitable team against the spread in the NFL last year. That alone gets you one primetime game next year.
We basically have one primetime game. It is Thanksgiving Day, the only game on TV. Well, I
As a
not Joe
Lions
Buck
fan,
anymore,
I don't need a
but-
primetime game
Dude.
because I don't need to wait all day just to be like disappointed at
to
either
go to bed at halftime at Monday Night
6:30
Football.
or 11:30, being like, "Wow, I stayed up for the comeback and we lost by 6 points." It's like, get it over with by 4:00. I'm happy. I'm eating dinner on Sunday night and I'm enjoying my evening.
Great news is
I
we
love
never
1
even
o'clock
have
games.
to. We never even have to think. It's just like 1:00 every week. It's just locked in. You don't have to look. Every single week is 1:00. No 4:25 West Coast games. 1:00.
Yeah.
I like it actually. You know,
I don't like primetime games, so I'm cool with it. I don't really care.
first game of the day.
And we have that classic motivational. If you want a primetime game, make the Packers game the last week count.
And you
You're
know,
gonna hear that
if you
1,000
play at
times.
1:00 and you lose, less people in the world outside of Michigan will see the disgusting loss we had, and we won't be made fun of as much.
Yep. Every person that watches Red Zone won't even remember what your score was.
Nope.
It's awesome.
And fantasy lineup super easy to set if you have any Lions players.
And also, before we get into the schedule, can I ask you why are Michigan State fans already being so mean to Aiden Hutchinson online?
Like, I don't get Michigan State fans are just like, I said,
The
in
fan bases are
football
bored.
season, I don't like our fan base. I don't like. He isn't a Michigan football player anymore. He's a Detroit Lions player. If Aiden Hutchinson is doing well, stat wise, team wise, the Detroit Lions are doing well, and 98% of the state of Michigan has a better fall.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. I don't know why anyone.
Like, I hope Hutchinson wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year, because that means he probably has 12 to 14 sacks and is leading our defense.
Plus 500 odds on FanDuel. No free ads.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. No, Michigan and Michigan State Twitter fan bases are grossly bored, and everyone needs to chill out. I am sick of looking at all that. Both fan bases are garbage. I don't even like my own.
I'm not going to say his handle because one, I don't want to give him publicity, and two, he's bigger than me and could probably beat me up. But there was I wouldn't say big, like 1,500 follower count. Brian, that main quote tweet, Alex, that you showed me, I read it and I look back at it. The guy's saying like, I'm legitimately concerned that
About
my
Brian?
biceps.
Aiden Hutchinson's arm size.
Yeah, I'm legitimately concerned my biceps are bigger. Not even joking. I'm actually concerned. And I wanted to quote tweet that guy and say something really mean back off of our account. But I just figured for the best of everything, like I already took one shot at a Notre Dame account that night. So I'm not going to try to get in a fight with another account. So
Yeah, we need to stay out of all those drama.
yeah. I don't need to see tweets like that. I don't need people like actually questioning the size of a guy's bicep and being somewhat serious about it when it's a rookie minicamp. Let's relax. Okay.
Yeah, I just wish both fan bases would just shut up.
If he has a bad first season, go ahead. Okay. Also, I don't want the bar to be way too high for him, knowing that a lot of people already don't like him going into it, because I think that's going to be unfair against him. He's going to ruin. But with great pressure comes great responsibility. I actually blew that phrase, but you know what I'm trying to say.
If Michigan State fans root against him, then you're just rooting against the Lions, and then you're just a loser. So, congrats on being a loser.
Yeah. Get him, Alex. Get him. All right. Let's pick some games, damn it.
Oh.
Skipping through the preseason, all right?
Yep, absolutely. 4:30 primetime on CBS. There's our primetime game against the Steelers.
I'm using FBS schedules, which also has pro schedules. So they're using
Preseason, we have a primetime game. I'm
4:30.
going.
I don't think it's prime time, but it's America's Game of the Week.
What's the date of that game?
August
No idea.
28th at Pittsburgh.
All right, I'm texting Luke. We're going.
First game.
The preseason game.
Sunday, September 11th. Never forget. Philadelphia Eagles at home, Ford Field, 1 p.m. Fox. What do you guys got?
I got AJ Brown cooking Jeff Okuda all over the field.
We're going to start the schedule like this. Why do you have to do that?
I knew you'd get mad. But no, that's really what I think, though. Yeah, I'll take the Eagles.
I'll take the L. I will also take the Eagles. The -4.5. I think the spread was.
Oh, juicy.
Oh, there's spreads in May.
Dude, there's college football spreads. We were talking about it the other week.
Crazy.
Yep, I'll take the Eagles.
Are we going to go to this home opener, season opener?
I am not going to another Eagles-Lions game.
Yeah, actually, we
wife.
can't. That was the worst day of my life.
Sunday, October 31st last year, 1 p.m. Fox, Eagles at home. We lost 44-6. We are losing this game again. We did not make up that much ground.
Yeah, no. Then they got better. So
I don't think it would be that bad. Like
I would hope
that
not.
bad. That was the worst professional football game I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, that was
100%.
that was puke in your
on
mouth.
TV
Awful.
and in person.
And we had golf playing. It wasn't like it was Tim Boyle, so we thought it was going to
He
be
threw
bad.
the ball away twice
On fourth
down.
Haven't said some mean words
Really-
at that point.
Evan
And Calvin Ridley quit football that day. That day.
There's been a lot of boos in the history of Ford Field. Evan registered a top 5 decibel level boo that day. No doubt. In that
It was one of the
stadium's history.
funniest moments ever. And the fact that him and Wilkins came back in Lions jerseys after that performance. They bought merchandise. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Also, I would like to credit ourselves a little bit. We kept screaming, get Amon-Ra more involved. And after that point, they got Amon-Ra involved.
We were right
100%
behind their sideline. They had
Did Anthony Lynn also get fired around that time? Yes. Do they correlate? Yes. But still, Amon-Ra got involved after we were there.
Worst
Sunday.
I've ever seen in my life.
September 18th, the Washington Commanders, get used to saying Commanders, Ford Field, 1 p.m. Fox. It's a first win of the year, guys. Carson Wentz stinks, and I'm going to plant my flag in the ground.
After last week, I feel like I'm obligated to pick the Commanders here.
You are. I already chalked it up as a loss for the Lions from Alex.
Yeah, I say we win.
We're all three saying
It's
we're
at
going to
home.
win.
It's at home.
I like to win. I like to win as well.
1-1.
Wow, this could actually be. This is going to be a all-you-can-go-for-it on fourth down buffet with Riverboat Ron and Dan.
Yes.
Just getting drunk on it for their own inside their own 20.
It's going to be 6-3 final.
All right, so we got 1-1. I'm actually going to keep
win to
track
win.
of what I have. So we have an
I'd take
L
it.
and a win. All right, Sunday, September 25th at Minnesota Vikings U.S. Bank Stadium, home to a lot of games. Texas Tech beating Michigan State, bunch of birds flying into the stadium and dying.
Why did that need to be brought up?
It's just a fun fact about the stadium. I'm trying to
Why
pull
did
one
you
out.
need to say that we lost in the Final Four?
It just U.S. Bank Stadium. That's what I think about.
You're
Minnesota
a
Miracle.
piece of bleep.
1 p.m. Fox.
Loss.
I have a loss too. Well, is Devin Cook going to be healthy? Yes, he will be, right?
Yeah. Cut that.
Oh,
Sorry.
my God. Wow.
Well, Dalvin Cook would be healthy in week 3. It won't be week 13 when he's always injured. So that's going to be an L.
Yeah, he's going to run all over us. Justin Jefferson will torch Jeff Okuda. So he's already getting torched. Probably Terry McLaurin might torch him too. So
Are we going to do this for every
Are
like?
we
Are we
Jeff
going to do this for
Okuda's
every
not going to
notable?
be on the number 1 every single week.
He should be, according to Grant.
Well, I don't think
I have
he
not
should be.
said that. I did not say that. You watch your mouth. I didn't say
Alex,
that.
and plus, we're also a lot of zone, so I don't think we're a lot man-to-man.
Fine.
Poncho is not on the
Fine.
sideline. So.
Yeah, Alex, we
Fine.
run zone, dude. Listen to Evan. We run zone.
Vikings. Easy.
Loss.
I got 1 and 2. We're 1 and 2 right now.
1-2.
All right. Sunday, October 2nd. Back in Ford Field. 3 out of 4 home games. Seattle Seahawks, 1 p.m. It's a win, assuming they have Drew Lock behind center. I'm also, like Carson Wentz, I'm a Drew Lock hater. Guy stinks. I know, Evan, you like him, so I'm curious to see what you say. But I got the Lions in this one pretty comfortably. Oh, K9's homecoming. This will be cool.
This is a game we should go to. Watch Kenneth. I
day
like
is it?
Seattle.
What day is
October
that game?
2nd. October 2nd. Sunday. I almost said 1 p.m. God, those birds are so relaxing.
They are nice. I
can
like
hear
the
them?
birds. Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to shut the window?
I guess probably to be safe, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know you guys could hear those.
Oh, it was
They're
nice,
nice and lively. I think I would take Seattle. They destroyed us last year, so.
That was with.
And Russell Wilson didn't have to do anything. Rashad Penny ran for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, they did.
They ran it down our
We didn't have
throats.
Goff that game, though.
No, we did not. We had Tim Boyle, and Tim Boyle carved him up. Minor had like 40 fantasy points that game.
You're right. You're right. That's why I lost the fantasy championship.
Yeah. I'm taking Michigan. I'm not Michigan State. You're Kenneth Walker. I'm taking the Lions.
I'm taking Michigan. I'm taking Michigan.
I'm taking the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions, too. I've changed my mind. Drew Lock. I'm out on Drew Lock, even though Evan's in on him.
I'm not in on him. I just thought
I like his
situational.
swag,
I do. I think he's better than what he's actually like put out to be. Obviously, he has to be the right place, right time. I don't think Drew Lock's going to be playing in that game. I think it would be Geno Smith or some other quarterback.
Guys,
well, it's win-win for you if Seattle wins with Drew Lock playing quarterback.
We have more
Drew
swag
Lock
than
and Kenneth
Drew Lock.
Walker go off, man. I'll be happy.
Wouldn't be that disappointed.
Nope.
I'm going to
I got
remember
2-2.
that.
Huh?
Sunday, October 9th at
Loss.
Gillette Stadium, the house that Tom Brady built.
Not-
New England Patriots.
I
1
had
p.m.
a
Fox.
hypothetical in my brain here. I think
Yeah.
Dan Campbell is the smartest man in football. This is what he's going to do. He's going to have... He's not going to put Jameson Williams on the pub list. He's going to just be like week to week. Try to get him back. Oh, we don't want to rush him. Oh, we don't want to rush him. We're not putting anything on film. This is totally like JV varsity football now. We're not going to put anything on film. First game, Jameson Williams plays New England Patriots.
Torches the Patriots.
Hey, plan this, Bill. You have nothing on him. Good luck watching all the Alabama tape.
That would be awesome if Jameson just torched the Patriots and we won at Gillette. I'd go crazy.
Like offensively,
pants
like
would be
we're
off.
more talented than the Patriots. The only thing the Patriots have for them is Bill Belichick. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. We could win this game, I guess, couldn't we?
God damn it,
When
Evan,
I
that
went
speech
through
was
the-
so good.
When I went through the
Don't know what to
schedule
do now.
earlier, I was saying
I'm going Lions. Evan's got me convinced.
I'm going to tell you the last time the Lions won in Gillette Stadium, so I'm still going to go New England because it's them. Like it's a win until you prove it.
I've never even
All
watched
that-
this. I don't know if I've ever even watched
we
a
ever
game
played there?
where we've played
Yes.
there. I don't.
Stafford
I'm sure we have.
played a 4:00 game there on Fox, like back in 2013, 14, and we got pumped.
I have
All
something
right.
juicier if we want to drink
We're
more
back.
Kool-Aid.
Calvin was on
L.
the team that year.
You guys
I'm
want more?
back to an L.
You guys want more Kool-Aid that like could change your mind again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Heard some chatter, saw a tweet, saw some chatter on the Pat McAfee show that one of the beat writers of the Patriots was at some of their first practices. Maybe it was rookie camp.
Oh, they're
I don't
hyping
know.
up Bailey Zappi.
No, they're saying that the two most vocal voices running the offense in practice that will probably call plays is the combo of Joe Judge and Matt Patricia running the offense for the Patriots this fall. That makes me think we're winning the game.
I can't believe Bill brought those two losers back.
And I think Matt's coming over to offense, I think. I think
Joe
Patricia on
Judge and Matt
offense?
Patricia.
That's their early buzz.
Now I want to flip again.
They said this. They said if you
They
close
don't
your
have an
eyes.
offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Josh
So this is what they
McDaniels
said.
is gone.
This is what they said, Evan. They said if you closed your eyes at practice, the two voices you would have heard running the offense were Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. And I'm like, how are we losing
in
that game?
Foxborough, though.
When
Yeah, and-
Lions win.
Also, the problem is we don't have that many guys on our team left that hate Patricia. Like most of the players are out of there.
But we
so-
do.
Yeah, but that's
Okuda.
not
The Lions
Okuda.
fans are coming
Okuda.
for Matt
Oh my
Patricia.
Hutchinson.
If Okuda gets 2 picks on Mac Jones, I'll take
I hope he
my balls
runs
off.
up to Matt Patricia and
Hands him the
talks
ball.
in his face.
Oh. Speak
That'd
it
be
into
peak
existence.
of my life.
If we
We
can
might-
All
borrow
we
right,
might have a-
Lions.
We
Win.
might have to have a watch party that game with Mint Money podcast.
if we got to borrow
I hope we
Quandre
beat the
Diggs
Patriots so I can
and
yell at
Darius
Wilkins.
Slay for that game, we'd win by 25 because those guys hate Matt
Yes.
Patricia. They were talking on Twitter the other day about him recently, about how they still hate him. They just openly talk about how much they hate Matt Patricia.
They were 3-2.
Lions.
I think we lose for the record. I'm going to put it.
No, doesn't matter. 2-1. Chalk
I'm
it up as
doing-
a dub.
No, that's fine. I'm saying, okay, bye week.
Win.
Take a
We
break.
win that, baby.
Only
Yeah.
thoughts on this? It's a very early bye week. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's very early.
Thanksgiving, like the Thanksgiving game, it hurts.
It's a long,
like
long week, though.
it hurts. beforehand, but after Thanksgiving, there's like an extended, so that's like a miniature bye week, some people call it.
Good point.
Extendo mag.
You have the weekend and the whole week off, so
It's in the Extendo mag.
Sunday, October 23rd at Jerry World.
Al.
A very overrated stadium, too big of a scoreboard. Dallas Cowboys, 1 p.m. CBS for CBS game, notable. I have it as a loss.
See, I think
They're still good.
Evan, you have us making the playoffs the way
They
you're talking right
choked the
now.
postseason away a lot, but they're not winning that game.
they didn't get better. Like, we are probably going to lose, but I think I would not be shocked if we go into Jerry's World and we just pump them.
Wow.
Like, I would
Are
be
you a
shocked if we
super fan?
No, I'm not. I just, like, the Cowboys are overrated. They're not going to
Yeah.
win their division. They're going to hover around 500. Mike McCarthy's not a very good coach. Jerry Jones just won a head coach that he can puppet master.
Facts.
Didn't they win 11 games last year?
I think they won 12.
All I remember from them, well, what's in my mind is them destroying the Commanders on Sunday Night Football, like one of the second to last weeks of the season.
They
They
lost.
just looked like a unit.
They lost Amari Cooper, but that makes them better because now they get to use CeeDee Lamb more. So that was a getting better by getting rid of someone.
And Jeff can't cover CeeDee Lamb.
Are you?
It's just a joke, Grant. Relax.
It hurts every time you say it.
I know, but it's hilarious.
I got.
Yeah,
a
we're
That's homecoming for Dan Campbell. Played at Texas A&M. Never forget.
Kyler Murray's never
I don't
lost
see
in that
it.
stadium.
I'm sorry, Evan. I don't see it.
I mean, I see it, but I'm still going to say an L right now. So
Sunday, October 30th, spooky season. Miami Dolphins, Ford Field, 1 p.m. CBS.
before Alex speaks, nobody can cover Tyreek Hill. Just get that out of the way.
I was going to say, Jeff,
Thank you, Evan.
tough assignment this week.
I have an L too, and I think the Dolphins are actually going to be pretty solid this year. Well, he's not even the head coach anymore. Mike Daniels.
I like the Dolphins.
I do like the Dolphins.
A lot of people like the Dolphins this year. A lot of buzz. But I'm gonna.
They could be this year's Bengals.
I would say they would be there. But they're not going to be there with that Bengals. Tua's not.
They
as good
signed
as
a
Joe
bunch of
Burrow.
dudes, so they could
Correct.
be a playoff team. I don't mean
Bengals.
Super Bowl team. Not a Super Bowl team,
Bengals.
just a turnaround playoff team. They're pretty
Tua talk of a
decent
turnover. The Lions are winning this game. Tua falls into the Drew Lock and Carson Wentz category of quarterbacks that I simply do not trust and think are not good. So Lions. And I am zagging on the public. I know the public loves the Dolphins this year. They love that AFC East division. They think the Jets are scrappy. Nope. I can tell you right now. Tua's not. Tua's the check down merchant, and we're winning this football game.
So we're 8 weeks in, 7 games in, right? Correct.
Yeah, but we chalk that up as an L. Grant's been override.
I have us at 3 and 4. What do you have at? Alex,
We're doing individual
3-4.
win loss, Alex. We're not doing like a group
Yes.
consensus.
Yeah, we're
I
doing.
think I have us at 3 and 4.
I have us at 3 and 4.
I got 3 and 4 too.
I'm gonna start
different
writing in the
ways.
show sheet my own. Just disregard.
All right, next week. Yeah, a lot of home games out the gate. November 6th, Green Bay Packers, Ford Field, 1 p.m. Fox.
L.
Loss. Aaron Rodgers owns us.
Loss. The only thing I really want out of these games this year is Hutchinson to be able to sack Aaron Rodgers blindside really hard. I just want to see that so bad.
I think Okuda gets his first pick of the year in this game, though.
Okuda will have
Positive Jeff Okuda.
Okuda will have a pick before that.
Yeah.
Okuda will have 3 interceptions going into that game.
Do you want to bet on it?
No.
Okay.
Because three's quite a bit.
3's a lot.
But
3
there's-
in 7 games.
He's
Holy
picking off
fuck.
Carson Wentz. He's picking off
that's easy.
Drew Lock. And he's either picking off Mac Jones or Tua. So he'll have.
Well,
3
he's
going
having
into
2
that game.
picks against Mac Jones.
And I do not think he'll pick off Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's picking off Aaron Rodgers.
It'd be a big moment for him.
That's
though.
like a Warrior pick, someone that's more established, you know. But we could get a Hutchinson strip sack, which oh my god. Okay, but that's an L.
3 and 5.
Sunday, November 13th, going to the Windy City. Literally, the jokes are made. It's a windy city. It is the windiest city in America. It stinks in the wintertime. Chicago Bears, Soldier Field, bear down, 1 p.m. Fox.
W 4 and 5.
Controversial. We don't play well there. I say we lose. It's one of those bad Lions losses.
Darrell Bevel won a football game in that stadium.
Darrell Bevel did. You go back to last year. We played there October 3rd. Better weather. We lost 24-14.
I think we played horrible in that game.
Oh my God. Our offense was miserable that game.
Didn't we have
Jared Goff's baby hands fumble like 5 times in that game?
Didn't we have like,
dude, it's awful.
We had like 4 red zone turnovers.
Yeah.
Something like, we're going to win this game because
they're biggest bad.
That's the Lions' letdown game that they always have. I'm telling you.
Their best receiver is Velus Jones, who they just drafted. They have
Darnell
players.
Mooney, dude.
I know. I just wanted Brian Edwards.
I just wanted to hear you say Darnell Mooney because it's such a joke that they had Darnell Mooney, dude.
Darnell Mooney's pretty good.
But guess what? We're gonna have a healthy Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, could have been a Rookie of the Year candidate. We're gonna have DJ Chark, who was an Pro Bowl receiver, who had a top 15 receiver year. We have Hawkinson, who's top 4
and Goff
as tight
gets
end.
hurt the week before, and Tim Boyle's the starting quarterback.
Nope. Nick Foles. We signed Nick Foles.
Agreed, Alex. If you're going to do the lazy take of an injury, then yes, you'll be right.
No, I just think the Lions are going to have some stupid loss that makes everyone upset and tune out, and I think that's the game.
Not this team.
Team hasn't earned the right for that at all.
Sunday, November 20th at New York Giants, MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, 1 p.m. Fox. Your thoughts?
Loss again with 3-7.
Are you serious? This is a win.
We're going to lose to Danny Dimes.
Nope, we are not, Evan.
No, I have us winning 5-5. They're not talented yet.
And guess what? We are in the hunt graphic. We are all up in that graphic right now.
That is the Hutchinson Thibodeau matchup. Who's better at that point, and who's going to have the better game?
And you know how Cade Cunningham just dominated every rookie in the league when he played them? That's going to be Hutchinson going up against Thibodeau. Thibodeau is going to be worried about...
Thibodeau
is going to be worried about being on the cover of ESPN, the magazine, the next month in his little GQ Nike shades with his... with Phil Knight posing. Yeah, he's not worried about football at this point in the year. Thursday, November 24th, only 4 days later. That seems unfair. Buffalo Bills, Ford Field, Detroit, 12:30. Your primetime game, CBS.
You know how the Lions have those utterly shocking losses? Well, shocking win here. Win on Thanksgiving, 4-7, Detroit Lions.
Are you just doing this like to be cute?
No, the Lions just do crazy stuff every year, so why not predict crazy?
This is a game, if you have children...
You are facing the best quarterback in the NFL. The perfect mold of a quarterback that everybody wants to have is Josh Allen. He's not losing to the Lions.
Lions win.
If you
Jameson erupts.
If you have children...
4 touchdowns.
If you have
Hutchinson, 6 sacks.
Let Grant talk, Alex.
If you have children under the age of 7, you should not let them watch this football game. This is going to be a rated R murder on national TV. And while the Lions might be a solid team this year, this is going to be the game that everyone still thinks the Lions are an absolute joke because they just lost 45-0 on Thanksgiving Day. It's going to be bad.
We're all going to be playing the Thanksgiving Day drinking game with Buffalo. You have to take a shot every time they mention like the buffalo wing instead of like a turkey leg that day.
But Evan, we already talked about my Thanksgiving. You know, it's just not fun. So it's not going to be.
But you're going to go to somebody. You're going to go to a different Thanksgiving.
Yours.
You're just going to do it anyways. Just do it. Who cares?
Yeah, 4-7 Lions win.
Actually, you know what you should do, Alex? Let's say your work held a raffle and you won Thanksgiving Day tickets.
I'll have COVID that day.
If the Lions give up less, if the Lions give up less than 40 points, this should count as a win.
They're going to win the goddamn football game. Okay?
No, they're not.
Alex. They're gonna. You remember how you felt? Remember how you felt?
Goddamn football game.
Remember how you felt when we were in our solo time slot against the Tom Brady Bucks, and how bad you felt watching that game? That's going to be this times 2.
I hope not, because I think they're going to win the football game.
I will clip this.
I don't know. It's May. Excuse my language, but dude, come on.
No, but you're just being cute, though. But I mean, I don't know. Anyways, December 4th.
I just needed to get back to 4-7 because I said that we would lose to the Bears.
Yeah, you're doing that. You're chasing number. You're chasing numbers.
I'm chasing a number. I am.
All right. December 4th, Sunday. Nice little break there. Mini bye week, like Evan informed us of. Jacksonville Jaguars come to town. 1 p.m. Fox.
Murder.
The Southern Cats.
We get murdered by the Jags. Just kidding. So that's a win.
I think the Jags will be much better than they were last year. I think we win this game.
Yeah,
So I got to
our
win.
chances.
I like our chances against the Jags. I think the Jags are going to be 100% completely better. I see them winning 6 or 7 games. AFC South's down. They play an easier schedule because they play the bottom feeders of the AFC. They're going to be improved, but I think we'll still win against the Jaguars.
Yeah, I like us to win.
Agree with you. Next week, we have December 11th, Sunday, Minnesota Vikings, 1 p.m. Fox at Ford Field.
We just get over the 500 clip. We are now 7-6 in Evan's record book.
The Lions win that game, and they're 6-7 in Alex's record book. And they're on 3 hot wins after beating the Bills.
Jesus Christ.
I have it a loss. It sucks to say you're going to get swept by the Vikings, but...
Grant, we beat the Vikings last year when we didn't have a win.
We did beat the Vikings last
Cam
year.
Dantzler had the worst coverage I've ever seen in my life.
Easily could have gone the other way.
Kevin O'Connell's beating us twice in his first year as a head coach.
I think he's going to
An
be a good
organization
coach
that almost hired Jim Harbaugh is going to beat us.
I'm also chasing a number here. They're losing this game.
Oh,
All right.
I'm not.
Number chaser. I'm 6-7. I'm not chasing numbers
I'm 7-6.
anymore.
So you got to win here?
Oh, yeah.
I got to win here.
Oh, yeah. Sunday, December 18th at the New York Jets. Again, MetLife Stadium, back-to-back. Also, guys, not to go dark here, but MetLife Stadium is where a lot of professional athletes in the NFL have devastating knee injuries because of their turf. I'm just worried about that.
What is wrong with you?
FYI, Grant,
That's just a
how would
real
you
thing.
say that?
That's a real thing, though.
Most of them are
it's gonna be
earlier in
great.
the year. Most of them are in the earlier in the year. I don't know about the stats wise, but it's because when the turf's out there in the heat, it's like a sticky. The turf gets sticky until there's no give for the athlete on the turf.
Don't you think the NFL, the Jets, who have loads of money, would fix this problem?
It's the turf.
You
There
would,
is no
but-
problem, Alex. It's the
Can you
turf.
put in new turf that doesn't do that?
They did an FBI investigation.
It's that big of a deal.
People were suing them over it because the
Holy
Niners went there and had 4
Oh,
guys
this is
tell
a
their
real thing,
ACLs.
Alex.
Well,
Yes, that's where the
Hutchinson had a
49ers.
good rookie year at that point.
And then the following
Why
weeks,
did you say
another
his
team
name?
went in there and did the same thing. Had one of their best players tear their ACL.
And Grant, I was going to say Hutchinson or Williams, and he already did it, and that would be the
I'm
end of
not
his career.
gonna
So
say
it
a
has to be
single-
Hutchinson.
I'm not going to say a single player's name that's bad voodoo. I'm just saying
It's
not
bad
good
voodoo
to
for
play.
you to mention that in general.
It's going to get brought up on the
It wasn't
internet.
going to be
when
by
we play
me.
those weeks. I'm just letting you know when it happens, like MetLife turf. Anyways, this is a win. Zach Wilson, got to prove it to me first. Same camp as Tua, Drew Lock, all those quarterbacks. Throw them in the bucket. We win this game.
Zach Wilson's pretty young still, though, Grant. I mean, he only had one season. It's not quite in the bucket of those guys.
Cool. You ride his tails then.
I think Zach Wilson sucks. Just trying to give him a chance.
Yeah, you told me to give Daniel Dimes a chance as well, and I was 100% right about that.
Until he torches us. This is a weird game. I'll go Lions 7-7. I don't feel good about it. The Jets got better this offseason, I think.
I already say we're going to win.
Hell yes.
I have us at 8-6 right now. It's unbelievable.
Christmas
Yeah, I mean, you're
Eve.
going to have us in the playoffs.
Somebody has to go from worst to first in a division. Somebody has to do
We
it.
said that last year, and we got worst again.
Yeah. Hey, last year I also said we would go 7-10.
You, Evan. I think
Evan's
Grant and I were
positive
on
in May.
4 or 5.
I am positive in May. Until
Look.
the first game hits and I say I want a new team.
Little Christmas Eve action. Saturday game, 1 p.m. Fox at Bank of America Stadium, the stadium that Jake Delhomme or Cam Newton built, the Carolina Panthers.
Steve Smith, though.
I like the Panthers in this game.
I like Matt Rule's not going to be the head coach of the Panthers anymore.
Everyone says the Panthers are going to be super terrible, but I feel like they're not going to be that
Who's your
bad.
quarterback, Alex?
I don't know who. Maybe Baker will be.
It's
I
Sam
don't know.
Darnold. And Carolina's came out and said they're out on the Baker trading thing.
They got
Right
a new
now-
coach that knows what he's doing. He's going to...
They have not. Matt Rule's going to get fired
Wait,
before
what?
this game.
Oh,
Did
wait.
you just
sorry.
say,
Sorry, I
wait a
just had
second?
a massive brain fart. I thought I was thinking about the Giants for a second and Dable. So, yeah, no, I just had a massive brain fart. No, Matt Rule's a terrible coach, but they do have Christian McCaffrey, so they're not, empty garbage.
They're hot garbage. I love the Lions in this game. This is the most boilerplate lock of the schedule. This is a win.
Oh, guys, are the Panthers that bad?
They're really bad at football.
Like horrible.
Sam Darnold's in the same bucket of all these booty QBs. I should make a tier list of the bad QBs.
Alex,
Tua's at the top
how
of the
bad of a
bucket.
team do you have to be to want to trade like a top 3 running back in the league?
A guy that's hurt a lot. I mean, at least they have a reason.
The last 2 years, Alex, that would
They
be
were
like the
5-12
Lions.
last year.
That would be like the Lions, like in like their playoff like prime push or whatever. Thing we're over the hump. You'd be like, yeah, we're openly shopping Calvin Johnson. It's
All
like,
right, I'm flipping. Lions
Yes.
win.
Matt Rule's
Yeah.
not going to be the
Kiss of
head
death.
coach that week. You
That
have no
guy
idea who
could
the
also be
quarterback's
good for
gonna be.
them.
Christian McCaffrey's not going to be on the Panthers anymore.
First week of a coach getting fired, that team almost always wins.
No, I'm taking the Lions. Oh my God, we are 9-6 in Evan's rankings.
I switched. We're
And we're
8
about
and
to be
7.
we're about to be 10-6. I know.
We're over 500 on my team too, and I hate it.
We're 3 games over 500. We technically right now have a wild card spot.
You're a Super Bowl contending team. Your team is. Like people are talking about the Lions making a deep postseason run with your schedule.
No, Alex, this is a perfect world where nobody gets injured.
We run
I am assuming
into
that.
the year 2023, which is crazy to say even on this podcast right now.
We're gonna
Sunday,
win. We're gonna be 10-7. Holy fucking shit!
Sunday, January 1st, Chicago Bears, Ford Field, 1 p.m. Fox.
I'm chasing the numbers, so now
It's
I'm
gonna
in
be
trouble.
rowdy. It's gonna
That's
be
a win.
rowdy.
9-7.
Ford Field's gonna be sold out. A chance to get to 10 wins in Evan's record book. Absolutely.
9-7.
Hutchinson and Pascal both get sacks in this game. Hutchinson has another strip sack in this game that he recovers. Actually, Hutchinson strip sacks Justin Field on their own 20. Ali McNeil picks it up at the 15 and rumbles into the end zone, and Ford Field is going bananas.
The Bears
win
are
this.
also a great matchup for Jeff Okuda. So with those receivers, Jeff Okuda is probably gonna have a great game. So
Darnell Mooney
Lions.
will not get a grab in that game.
I think he had over 100 yards last year against us.
We got swept by the Vikings, so we're sweeping the Bears in my book. We're beating the Bears twice.
Yeah, we're
this year.
beating the Bears twice.
9-7.
I got us
beating
at
them
10-6 right now. We're gonna lose to the Packers last game of the year. It's gonna be
Yeah.
further north. But Aaron Rodgers.
That
owns
is
us.
That is the word unbelievable where we can use it. You predicting the Lions in the final game of the season are playing to win the NFC North and host a playoff game for the North.
Yes, for the North and some people's
For the
minds.
North.
At Green Bay, Lambeau Field. TBD would probably be Sunday Night Football or something like that if it's for the North.
Can't believe we're talking like this.
Or Saturday, so it could be either day. Either way, whatever.
Or Monday Night
Saturday
Football.
or Sunday. No, you can't flex those. Those are locked.
No,
up.
Monday Night Football is to be determined for the final week of the season. It's a doubleheader.
Well, I just got dunked on alley-oop in the lane.
So yeah, it could be.
Well, speaking of alley-oop dunked on, we're losing this football game, so that's an L.
Yeah, we are losing this football game. Fat L.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a murder in Lambeau.
Couldn't
Can't
come up with a
believe
better title than that.
No.
Alex is a little distracted.
I want you to murder in the valley right now.
Alex is a little surprised that his favorite player
I'm
in the
really
league,
disappointed.
who is 0-6 career in Game 7s, is going to be 0-7. So it's really not surprising.
Oh, God.
Chris Paul's never won a
Everyone-
Game 7.
Everyone I choose loses.
Final record,
I
I
had
have
a new NBA team.
I have 9-8.
9-8
The
for me
Lions.
as well.
I have 10-7.
Do you guys feel that our final totals are too high after
Yes.
it comes out
I
like that?
feel like all of ours are
Way
way
too
too
high.
high.
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
or 7 feels right.
Crazy that you got
I
9,
think-
Alex. Did us bullying you last week about you saying this team could easily win 4 or 5 games, get in your head?
I think it's May, and I'm just kind of making my
gonna
picks
be
for
May.
entertainment. So I don't really think the Lions are going to go 9-8, but because a lot of things happen during the season. I
Testament
guess
to how
you never know.
bad the schedule is. We have we have the
Yes.
5th easiest schedule in the league.
We do have a pretty easy schedule. It could be looking rough though after the Patriots game. Everyone's just got to remember there's a lot of bad teams on the schedule after that.
And not to just give a free plug, but Warren Sharp, he's a football analytics guy. He had a video about how he does. He gets all into the schedule release. A lot of people make their easiest schedules rankings off of last year's winning percentage, and he was just saying how flawed that is because, like, if you played Denver last year, you can't view it as that Denver team.
Mm-hmm.
So he calculates easiest schedules by algorithm with each team's over-under win totals. So he looks at your opponent's over-under win totals in Vegas, like what Vegas thinks you'd be at,
and uses that. I like that.
Yeah, and then so in his model, we were 5th easiest still. So we have a very easy schedule.
Darn. But
you wanted a hard schedule?
No, I just felt like it would be like something like a little bit different. Like, we're the 7th easiest schedule because some teams improved.
Yeah.
But really,
we're
like
around like 5th. Yeah, it's like the same. We have a very easy schedule. I mean, most of the NFC North and NFC East are always at the top there because they're playing bad teams. I don't know. So, I have one take about the Lions I'd like to get off my chest right now.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with the schedule.
Oh.
I want Khalil Pimpleton to make the roster.
I think
53 man. I don't know how many wideouts we're keeping.
I think he'll be a star on Hard Knocks.
I think if he doesn't make the 53-man roster, somebody else is going to take him from our practice squad.
He looks awesome in the minicamp videos.
Because, like, the preseason, like, I don't think Josh Reynolds or DJ Chark's probably going to play, like, 4 snaps. Like, so you're going to have all the wide receivers play. And I think he has the capability and athleticism to, like, shine.
He might, crib a punt in a preseason game.
Correct. It takes one of those, like, a preseason return to make a roster. That's all it takes.
I think he could be potentially more explosive than Khalif Raymond. He's going to have to beat Khalif Raymond out for a spot.
That's very comparable. Easy. He's cheaper, he's younger, he's bigger, faster, stronger.
But I don't know how it works out. But if we end up keeping Trinity Benson, that's a mistake because Khalil should be on the team over Trinity Benson.
Tom Kennedy should not be on the team anymore.
But we traded for Trinity Benson. We must think Trinity Benson has some untapped potential.
Well, I don't.
I can't believe we're talking about Trinity Benson.
I think Hunter Rison's going to make the team.
This is my one take.
Hell no.
Khalil Pimpleton.
Kid's a bum.
Jeez.
He's got a bad attitude.
That was the lie downs. The old schedule release. Briefly here, we'll move through these topics here pretty fast. We don't have to linger too long. The Pistons draft lottery. Do you guys agree the hype for this is way less compared to last year?
Oh, gosh. Yes. I think we talked about draft lottery for like 4 times. 4 weeks.
I really don't care where we are at in the top 5.
I do care. There's only one thing that I care about.
That we don't take Chet. Correct.
So wherever we're at, I hope, let's say we're at 4. I hope one of the first 3 teams take Chet.
Yeah. I'm out on the Pistons drafting Chet. I'm not out on Chet being a potentially good player in the NBA.
I'm out on both.
I know.
You're saying you're not out. You're not out.
I think he will be very good in the NBA. I just don't think he fits the Pistons.
Well, you just flipped so fast because you said
very good in the
NBA.
Because I know Grant was going to be like, well, Alex, you can't say he has potential to be good. So I'll say, yes, he will be good.
Your head is in a goddamn pretzel. You said, I'm not out on Chet being potentially good to he's very good. He'll be very good. You just
I think he'll be good. I think he'll be good. I just don't want him. How about that?
Well, I think
he'll be good. I don't want him. There's no difference between good, very all right, very okay, very decent. It's all the same. He's going to be a good basketball player. He'll probably be an all-star at some point.
I guess that was tier rankings with Alex. There's no difference.
Just every time Grant does this thing when we're talking about average or okay, and I was like, he's all right. And Grant's like, oh, that means below average. And I was like, no, that just means he's all right. He's okay. He's average. So I have to do this all the time, so I get very annoyed when you do it to me.
So Chet, very good. Got it.
Who knows?
I have one more question for you guys. I'm going to do a lottery spin right now on Tankathon, though, to see what we get.
Yes.
The lottery is the 17th, I believe, at 8 p.m.
We got the 17th pick. Oh, no.
I wouldn't hate it. I don't care.
We got the second pick in my spin, so that's good. That's good.
Who went 1?
Chet.
Yes.
Jabari.
We got
Jabari, Paolo. I mean,
my question for you.
Pick Brad Davis, and I don't really care.
Is I want... okay, I can't just move on so quickly from what I just heard there.
I respect.
I might have to. If we took Brad Davis in the top 5, I would not be a Pistons fan anymore.
See, that's how much you hate Brad Davis and how much I hate Chet. To put that in comparison.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
to
but
hate,
one
to
thing-
hate Chet for no reason.
No, he's
one
one of the
thing-
most overanalyzed, overhyped high school basketball
What is it about
recruits.
Chet you don't like? You don't like ESPN and all those sites, but what is it about Chet you don't like?
His game will not translate to the NBA.
But what
He's
do you
going to
not
get
like
put into
about
a
him?
body bag. He's a 7-footer that weighs 140 pounds.
But
What?
Evan, what do you not like about him? People don't
He's-
like Brad
he's got a
Davidson because he's
punchable
just like,
face.
you just don't. You don't have any reasons.
He does have a punchable face.
He
So
went
do
to
you, Alex.
Gonzaga. He backed
Yeah,
away
so
from
what?
actually top tier talent. He went to Gonzaga to play WCC.
So did Jalen Suggs, who you love.
I never said
Now
love.
that was a point.
Dual sport athlete. Could have played quarterback in Minnesota, but he chose
I thought
to
bodied.
instead.
Chet played wide out.
Chad played wide. You would get murdered on a football field.
All right, I want to know, you guys,
Too much chat talk.
NBA draft analysts, give me your top 5 big board going into the lottery.
Joey Hauser, number 1.
Yep.
Grant, I'm not prepared for this.
Didn't I already type mine in once in our group chat? Can I look
Alex,
this up?
I did
You
too.
You know ball. You got 5 names.
All right, I got Jabari 1.
Okay.
Hollow one for me.
I got Paolo 2 for me. I got Keegan Murray 3
Wow.
and Chet 4 because Chet's gotta be in the top 5. And I'll go Jaden Ivey 5.
Guys, where did we give our top prospect?
It was a
list?
lot. We talk in that thing every day, Evan. It's gonna be. You gotta search it.
I did, but I don't know what actually was NBA draft top
Sorry,
prospects.
I'll rip my top 5 off to give you to filibuster for you.
I found it, Evan.
No, what do you type into the search bar to look for?
Evan, yours was Paolo, Jabari, Keegan Murray, Jaden Ivey, and Davis 5th.
Johnny.
Johnny Davis 5th.
There you go. There's my top 5.
And mine was
Murray.
Jabari, Paolo, Ivy, Murray, Griffin.
Mine is Jabari, Paolo, Jaden Ivey 3, Keegan Murray 4, Chet 5, and my 6th man of the year would be Benedict Mathurin. That's who I would take.
I had him at 6 as
If
well.
we took Mathurin over Chet, I wouldn't care. But I have talked my flashy brain into Jaden Ivey as the 3rd guy because I kind of like it. But like I said, the buzz. Oh, what is? So we could get we can go 1 through 7 in draft lottery on the 17th. Ooh, the Rangers just tied the game with 6 minutes left. What range would you'd be okay with? Like, what pick do we get? We're like, all right, that's fine. And then where does it turn where you're mad? Or why do we fall off that low?
I wouldn't be upset if we were anywhere in the top 10.
Alex, we can't go outside the top 8.
So
Top
my
7.
point is, I'm totally cool with 1 through 7. It wouldn't even bother me at all.
It would bother me to slide outside the top 5.
I just wouldn't be mad because I don't.
It
Think, I
would
think there's
bother
so
me
many
to slide
guys
outside the
1
top
through
4.
7.
There, I'm changing it. Top 4. I locked in my answer.
That's what I have. I have top 4 I'd be good with.
If we didn't get the first pick last year, my answer would be completely different. But since we were blessed last year with the rigged NBA lottery that Wyatt claims, how they just choose the team every year, they chose us last year, so I'm thankful for that. So if they got to push us down to 7 this year, I don't think I'd be that upset because we got Cade, and that's all that matters.
Dude, I don't want AJ Griffin at 7. I'll tell you that.
I don't
right
think
now.
he's going to be there. I think he's projected
Johnny
right
Davis at 7.
first round.
Take Mathurin at 7 potentially.
I don't want Shaden Sharp.
Like mock drafts, Alex.
Wow.
I definitely saw.
I didn't see any G League going in the top 10. I'm looking at a mock right now. 7 would be a Jobby. Evan would like a Jobby.
I don't hate it. He's 22 though. Bad side. I would, honestly, I'd get crazy. I'd reach for Malachi Branham if we got picked 7.
I like Malachi a lot.
19 years old, 6'5" wing player, lengthy. I'd take him. Who cares what the birds think about draft value?
They got Benedict Mathurin available going at 11.
There you go. KCP 2.0.
KCP 2.0.
Hopefully better. Yeah, I think he's better. I mean, I watched him play in March Madness. He's a dog. He's gonna bark in people's faces.
Did you take EJ Liddell at 18?
What?
That's where he's projected. Brandon's projected at 26 to the Mavericks. What a great fit for
yeah,
Luka.
but I'm an EJ Liddell stan. So don't forget, guys. Don't get confused on draft night. There's a Nikola Jovic that is not Nikola Jokic in this draft. I know I've talked about that once, but there's a Nikola Jovic. Do not get it twisted.
The only G League guy I see is Jaden Hardy going 28th
Sounds like a country singer.
to the Warriors.
The Detroit Tigers, up and down. They've won 3 games in a row. Now that's a transition, folks. Does anyone have any thoughts on them?
Boycott stance strong
You're
right now.
not boycotting them. Come on.
Evan, I'm boycotting ownership and management. And I think we should. I laughed when Grant said to me the other day, he's like, yeah, in the rebuild, year 7. And he just said it so casually. And I was like, year 7. That's all I need to know why I need to boycott. So I'm boycotting still. Happy they won 3 games, though. Good for them.
The biggest
Schools,
stress. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Schools are ace.
We need
that
to
hurts.
We need to appreciate Skubal for a second. He's
11 strikeouts
Scooble's
today,
nice.
Alex. Only gave up 3 hits. 2
Okay,
down.
he's good. I don't have a problem with some of the players.
Okay, positive talk, Alex. Positive talk. Yesterday, Torkelson went 2 for 3.
Good.
We are. It's a double-edged sword right now. I think with Cabrera, we're backpacking off of his recent hitting surge, but I don't know if it's sustainable throughout the entire year. He also is 39, but also he is one of the best hitters of all time. I think we need still a couple more people in the middle of the lineup to actually produce.
I got the stats for you, Evan. What
I
hitting
would love to
surge?
hear him.
7 games. The last 7 games, 26 at bats, 11 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, a walk, hitting .423 average, 1.160 OPS. Miggy is tapping into his power. It's the unsung heroes right now who are helping the offense get out of its slump. It's still not a great offense.
Hitting, what is it? Hitting Willie? Willie.
Willie Castro.
God.
Free Willie.
Alex, you have to put him in the lineup because his team is just not
Willie
hitting. And if
Castro-
somebody is on a hot streak, you
Willie
have to
Castro-
put him in the lineup.
He's smacking the ball around the yard right now, and it's
It's
impressive.
just surprising.
He also has a 1.116 OPS. And then Eric Haas has a little power left to give. He's only had 7 at-bats in the last 7 days, but he had a home run, got an RBI off of bat. Tucker Barnhart, my Tiger, hitting .350 in his last 6 games. So he's playing well, too. And Scope, getting a little bit out of the slump, hitting .241.
Can we hit some bombs?
Yeah,
Cabrera did.
Miguel's hitting bombs. Willie Castro, bomb.
What is Cabrera?
Alex, you just
2 home
said
runs
this
this season.
team warmer.
Three
You gotta
now.
get warmer.
3 now?
We need warm weather to hit bombs, is what you're telling me?
Alex,
so
here's
we're
a
going to start
positive thing.
exploding in June. I can't wait for this, Evan. Thank you.
Yes. Here's looking at the future schedule. If it will load. We do play the Rays coming up. Always gritty team. Gonna be tough.
Not going to go well.
There's a chance. You never know.
I was trying to do the math, Evan, because I know where you're going with this.
Austin Meadows revenge game. 3. 3 on the road.
It's going to have 3
However-
revenge games in a row.
Alex, however, the last, let me see if I can count correctly. 1,
I think I
2,
got it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
I think-
12, 13.
15.
Let me
Wait,
get
Evan, I got it. No, you keep going.
15. There you go, Grant. I had to go to the
15,
next page.
15 of our next 18 games are against the Guardians and Twins.
All
I
right.
think if you're gonna lock back in, Alex, you should watch the stretch, and if they suck, then you're done because we're not gonna win anything
Yes.
if we don't. But if we play
So
decently
18
above,
games.
if we play decently above 500 in this stretch against those 2 teams with those series, we're right back in the division hunt.
It just really sucks that right when I go on my boycott, they get a sweep, and now it's like, ah,
Alex, I'll tell you this. They need to go
12 and
perfect world,
15.
12 and 6 the next 18.
We're back.
If they go
then you're
12 and
6
6, I'll be back.
Because 12 and 6, that means you have a winning record versus the
Fine.
Twins and the Guardians.
I'm
2
back
teams in
for the
division.
next 18 games.
12
They
and
have
6.
to win a minimum 11 games for me to stay
Wow.
Casey
Nah.
Mize started his rehab start.
11. You got to go 11-7 in the next 18 for me to
That's
not
perfect because
boycott.
then, and then if they stink, then you're done with them by June 3rd, and we play the Yankees, and we'll get pounded by the Yankees. So
Yep.
you're done
All
by
right.
June
11-7 starting now.
because the Twins are 20-15, leading our division by 3 games. So if we play well against them, you're right back in the mix. We're 8 games out of the division, 7 games out of the wild card right now.
Who's
That
his
is a
name?
lot.
Who
It is a
raped
lot.
Max
Oh,
Kepler?
Kepler is our
Intentionally
dad.
walk him every single time.
Is our dad.
Yes.
He is our fathers.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's huge progress. Alex is back in for the next 18 games, folks.
Yes.
Stay tuned to
We got
that.
until June. Got to the beginning of June.
God, it's going to be
Michael
rough if
Pennock
they
and
go
another starting
0-8 in
pitcher
the
got
first
hurt.
8 games, and then I'm already done by before the start of June.
But at least you tried. You get another chance.
Trying my best.
Now the last talk is again the majors. The PGA Championship is next weekend, a week from today. Well, I guess less than a week, but it'll be wrapping up a week from today. Southern Hills is what it's called. Am I right there?
Isn't it in New York City? New York area, Alex?
New York City.
On the East Coast, I think.
No, I think it's in Tulsa,
South.
Oklahoma.
Ew.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing that I typed in.
Southern Hills Country Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of the PGA. Ew.
Oh.
Good
The
thing
thing
we're
that
not.
I saw, I just
Yeah,
typed
it's
in
in
a Google
Tulsa.
said where this course is, and it said New York. And I was like, oh,
I read an article that said it's comparable to Bethpage Black in New York. So
It's
maybe
only
that's what people are saying.
$67 to play there on the weekend.
Are you
really?
serious? We had to pay $40 today.
At 48
And
for
you're
Twilight.
driving on the tee boxes.
Yeah, you were driving on tee boxes, Grant.
It wasn't that nice of a course.
It's only $48 to play Twilight after 3:30 p.m. at the PGA Championship hosting course.
It is
$48,
Oklahoma.
and I spent $40 today to drive on tee boxes.
Are we sure you're on the right map?
How much does it cost to play Southern Hills in Tulsa? Weekend
Alex,
18.
go to their actual website. Go to the Southern Hills website. Their official website. They're like the.
Well, it's
You know what I
also, you have to remember, you can't get on the course. It's private. So it's $48 if you know a member.
Oh, well, you should have said that.
I know a
I
member.
just realized that because I didn't know it was private.
This is all you do. You just go in there and you just park in the parking lot and be like, hey, man, I know you.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work.
Then you go in there and be like, yep, I'm playing with them. Yep, there's 8 of us, man. Yeah, we're playing right behind them, seeing who wins, gambling a little bit.
Evan, official statement on one of your favorite golfers, Phil, saying he'd play and then withdrawing because he's not allowed to because he wants to play in the Saudi League. Thoughts?
Rumor has it PGA said that they would openly welcome the defending champion back. There's no ill will against it. I just don't think he wanted all like the bad media coming for his throat when it's unwanted or unnecessary. He fully regrets what he said about like the whole Saudi League and him wanting to go there. There's rumors out there that there's like 80 plus PGA members that want to play in the Saudi League. So he's not the only one. He's just the one that vocalized. And
There was a big thing. A lot of players like requested to the PGA, and the PGA denied everyone's request. So
correct.
no one's going to actually go. And I also
I love
heard a
that move by
nasty
the
little
PGA.
rumor that Phil, after the PGA Championship, is expected to get a lifetime ban from the PGA Tour.
Wow.
Just in case it
So he
happens,
can't-
I'm telling you now.
So he can't like rake up a bunch of more money
Like,
on the senior
no-
tour then. That's
No
huge.
senior tour, no PGA Tour. Lifetime
No Korn
ban.
Ferry Tour. Lifetime ban for just speaking out against.
Cool
Correct.
throne. Cool throne. Cool throne. When we look back on rewrite history, was that one journalist, I don't know his name, who wrote that hit piece on Phil when he came to Detroit and everyone was like, Team Phil, screw that journalist. Is that guy feeling pretty good right now?
Yeah.
No. He's like, wait a second. Now you guys are seeing. Because also Phil just got charged with like more. No, there's a book coming out that's going to talk
Just
about Phil
showed his losses.
being in like
yeah.
about like $40 million of gambling debt that he's like incurred throughout stretches of his
Everyone
life.
knew that. They just,
Phil's a fascinating guy. We should get him on the show sometime.
I'm sure that'll be
I
an
think he
easy
would.
pull for a guest.
Because he got charged with insider trading. He loves gambling.
He's
good with the media.
He doesn't love gambling. He's addicted to gambling. Not a joke. He's addicted to gambling.
You're a sex addict. You're addicted to sex.
You addicted to gambling?
Yeah,
Can't get enough of it?
that's what he is. So yeah, lifetime ban. Nasty little
Wow.
rumor.
Was that on the blog
This is
boys?
not a blog board. This is an Alex actually having information.
All right. So without further ado, our picks for it. Tiger will be there. Tiger's in the mix, but who really cares because he can't compete for anything these days. But he's in the mix. He's there. Shout out all the people. I want to just call back that there were some people chopping us like, oh, why didn't you guys? You guys are clowns for not picking Tiger to like use your dark horse to win the Masters.
Did people say that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You guys are
Cody-
losers. Come on.
Long-time listener Cody with the K. He loves Tiger. He's like,
He got
no
mad at
Tiger?
us and said we should have picked him. Come
He
on.
was
mad.
limping down the back stretch on Sunday. Nobody
Cody,
wanted to see
he
him.
shot like an
he was the
87
horse in the
on
Kentucky
Sunday.
Derby that you
He
wanted
wasn't-
just to put down to get it over with.
He wasn't mad. He just did the classic like no Tiger, and I was like, well,
I like Tiger, but the man could barely break 100 on Sunday at the Masters. So
you would like Tiger. You kind of strike me as a guy that'd be in this camp.
I hate
I
you.
think we're so early that these odds are so high.
I'm looking at the odds right now. Should lock something
What did we decide? What the long shot?
4,000 and up.
5,000 and up for this tournament. I say.
Fine.
Are you guys looking at? I'm looking at FanDuel right now.
I'm at DraftKings.
They're probably around. Is Corey Connors plus 5,000?
He's plus 6,500.
Woof. But remember, Alex, last time you
Woof.
didn't do good.
I'm on DraftKings right now. Okay, I'm on a
All
bet.
right,
slip.
I'm
DraftKings.
fine. I'm switching to DraftKings, so it's consistent.
Tiger's
Corey
plus
Connors is
65.
6,500.
Can I go first? I
Bryson
have
and
my
Tiger.
favorite in long shot, and I'd like to go first this time.
Well, so what's the? Are we doing cutoff?
What's the cutoff, Alex?
4 and up, I think.
All right, 4,000 fine.
Actually,
I'm looking at
no.
the name.
It says Brooks is
No,
4.
it's got to be higher.
Yeah.
It's got to be higher. Than
5 and up.
5,000 and higher is a
5
long
and up.
shot.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I did no research for this, so do not take these. My Masters, I actually did some research.
All right.
Alex, you can start us.
Scotty Scheffler is my favorite. Why would you pick
Okay.
against him? The dude's on a tear. Take the favorite. Scotty Scheffler. Long shot. Just won last week. Max Homa plus 5,000.
Homosexuals.
Just won. Feeling good. So yeah, I'll take the 2 winners. Both guys won their last start.
Scheffler not played since the Masters.
No, I don't think so.
You've just been on.
Yeah. I forgot we were on a podcast for a second.
He's like the Derby horse that wins. They just make him go.
Yeah,
and
No,
just-
seriously,
he's
why
just
would he
partying
play?
nonstop.
Evan, do you want to go or you want me to go?
You can go.
I'm going to take my favorite, Colin Morikawa.
Mhm.
I watched a day in the
Again?
life video. I watched a day in the life. What do you mean again?
Oh no, you were just riding him on Sunday.
Hot.
You placed several bets on Colin Morikawa. I guess you didn't pick him this year.
I did, and he backdoor covered the 5. It was awesome. It was a rush.
Backdoor covering
That's
golf.
right.
chipped in the
Yeah,
bunker.
Yeah, it was awesome. I watched a day in the life video of him, and he's just a very humble guy, and I just want to root for guys that I like. That's why I picked Max Homa as a long shot in the Masters, and now he's a trendy pick that Alex is jumping on at much worse odds. I got him at a better value. But anyways, I like Colin Morikawa. He's won this tournament before, 100%, right? Yes. It was his first major win.
2 years ago, yeah.
Now, this is one of those weird ones where he's won this before. It doesn't matter because the courses change every year. So it's not like
Nah, it doesn't really apply.
yeah, it's not like a type of course like the British Open and Masters are like comparable courses. Like this hops around all the time. So, but it just feels good knowing. But yeah, he's a former PGA winner. And then I've been rambling.
Long shot, Grant. Pick someone
I'm going to
crazy.
take a guy who I've never heard of,
Here's a guy.
but it's a guy named after a type of shirt that when someone wears it and they're tan and have a big chest, you know that guy is attractive to women. And that is Russell Henley. I'm taking Russell Henley T.
Russell Henley's
plus-
a good golfer.
plus 6,500. Russell Henley T.
I would love you to place a Russell Henley leading after day 1. I could see that happening. That
guys
name
ever-
screams first place after day 1.
You guys ever wear Henleys?
I've never even heard of that before until you just said it.
Go. You don't know what a Henley is? I mean, you know
No.
what a Henley T-shirt is?
Nah.
Nah.
Evan,
Dude,
I
I
think
lost my.
Holy Evan. Ricky is plus 20,000. Guy's a bum.
Evan, I've seen you wear a Henley T-shirt before.
I don't know what we're
Grant,
talking about here.
maybe you're wrong because Evan and I are very confused.
If you see me wearing it, call me out on it.
It's like the shirt that has 3 buttons.
Yeah, I see it. No collar,
I
just 3
wore
buttons.
that to. It was made by Field at Streams. I didn't know it was called a Henley.
You've worn that shirt before.
I didn't know those were called
that before.
Henleys.
That's
I
a
didn't know
Henley.
either.
And like I said, when there's a guy who's built with a nice chest and tan, and you wear that out on a summer day with the sleeves rolled up, you have people looking at you. That is a confident shirt. So I'm taking Russell Henley T.
Evan, your long shot
Yeah.
should be a PGA pro. Just one of those PGA pros that got it.
Those
Grant,
guys
way to
always
call
get
me out
roasted.
on me. I have worn that shirt. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
My favorite is going to be Jordan Spieth.
Again.
Can we stop picking this mental basket case?
We pick
He's
him
not- he's
every
played well the
single
last
time.
couple
He
of
played
weeks.
really good this
He
week.
played at the University of Texas, close to his home. Going to be a lot of family members in attendance. He is plus 2,000. He's
Spieth
going to
finished
win it.
second this week at 25 under, Evan. Great pick.
Thank you.
I love
Now,
Spieth,
my
though.
long shot will be Abraham Answer at plus
The
10,000.
answer.
I didn't pick him.
What do you stop doing this bit?
He's plus 10,000.
The answer.
His most recent tournament did not play well. However, he did play at the University of Oklahoma. So hometown.
Evan is riding the colleges this weekend.
Alex, I just typed in him in, seeing how he did the last couple, tournaments, and I saw that he happened to play at the University of Oklahoma. I was like, yep, this is just meant to be.
All right.
And he played really well at the Masters, so. And his long shot's plus 10,000.
Any names we've never heard of that you guys would like to say?
Well, I had a question for
Yeah,
you guys
sure.
real quick. Yes, I do have something about that, but do you guys know what Abraham Answer is most famous for?
Beating Tiger in the... Actually, Tiger owning him in the Ryder Cup, I think. President's Cup.
Yeah, you guys remember that doctored video of like Tiger hitting the putt and then going to shake
Yeah.
the guy's hand? That's Abraham Answer in the
That's
video.
him?
Yeah,
Oh, I feel
Tiger
bad for
owned
him.
him in the President's Cup.
Yeah, it was a good match, but yeah, he beat him in the President's Cup. And
He did.
that
He
was-
did walk early to do that, but they changed the video so it like hits the
Yeah.
second he hits the ball, he's shaking Abraham's hand.
I'm gonna make a clip with that video. It's so good. I remember it got some people. It was like that April Fool's that Izzo was retiring. Like it got some people like, "Did this really happen?" I go, "No, Tiger Woods did not start
I
shaking
watched that
hands."
video several times. It's hilarious.
That's actually I did that to Alex on the 18th green today when I made the match all square.
Grant fist bumped and screamed. It's so ridiculous. He made a bogey putt.
Net par.
Hey,
Net
Grant,
four.
did you make a par
Absolutely.
today?
Hey, we played to our handicap.
No pars for Grant today. Talk about the greatest shot I've hit in my life.
Oh my God, Evan.
You can talk about it
Alex?
after the show.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. Some golf names that we never say.
Derek Higo.
Who?
Yep.
You know who no one ever picks anymore is Patrick Reed. That guy you just never hear about anymore.
He's a cheating and he's a loser.
Whoa.
Who the likes Patrick Reed?
I'm not saying you have to like. I'm just saying you never hear that guy's name.
Would
anymore.
never bet on a cheater, but he's plus 15,000.
Bryson's irrelevant.
Bryson is
Ian
irrelevant.
Poulter, old and irrelevant.
Jason Day, don't really talk about anymore.
Bubba Watson, don't talk
Oh,
about
Jason
anymore.
Day has that one thing.
Vertigo.
Vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Siwoo Kim, Taylor Gooch,
Best name on tour.
Taylor Gooch.
And you know who else we never pick for these is Rory. And there's a reason for that. He
I
never
do
wins
like
majors
Rory
anymore.
a lot.
The guy just doesn't win majors.
Is he where? Oh, he's the odds-on favorite.
Yeah, it just makes
He's
no
tied
sense.
for
It
the
makes
favorite.
legitimately no sense.
He played really
He's
well last week.
Super talented.
Finished like third to Max
Interesting to
Homa.
see how-
Scheffler is plus 300 to finish in top 5. That is just mind-blowing.
He is on a tear. He's the world number 1. He's finished top 5, I think, in every start this year. Something crazy like that.
I mean, run one winner. I mean, that is where the money's at. Holy cow.
JT's
Now look-
losing a lot of steam, it seems, these days. No one's talking about him.
It's harder to bet round one winner on Scotty Scheffler than him just to win the whole damn thing.
You should bet round. What is the odds on Russell Henley?
Oh,
leading
you know
after
who
round
always
one?
gets You know who always
I
gets
can
pumped?
find his name.
Who always gets pumped up in these odds that just hasn't really done a ton to deserve it yet is Victor Hovland. Like he should not be in between Dustin Johnson.
Really up there for a guy that has he even won yet?
Like why is he in between Dustin Johnson and Cam Smith? No. Also,
What?
You know who's gonna win a golf tournament like this is Patrick Cantlay. He could win this weekend. That guy's nails.
He sniffs majors every year. He just never wins. He's always
Alex, I
thought you were
can't
gonna say
find
he
him.
was sniffing something else for a second there.
I probably already passed him, but I can't find Russell Henley on here.
Plus 6,500.
Victor Hovland's
Okay,
younger than both of us.
Oh, you're saying round one? I have no idea. Now, look, I know at
Victor's
some point.
won one time in his career, Evan, and you just told me he's won 5 times this
He
year.
has. He has.
He's won once.
Now, look, guys, I know at some point the Suns gave up, but they're down to 44 points, 109 to 65 right
It's
now. It's
super disappointing.
Alex, thoughts on Chris Paul? Game
plus
7 streak.
6,000.
What, Grant?
Thoughts on Chris Paul? Game 7 to close out the show.
I'm worried that this might be the end of Chris.
Should we have a garage sale for your Horns jersey of his?
I have 3 Chris Paul jerseys. So
That is embarrassing.
I was a ginormous fan when he was a rookie and I was a little kid.
What was the oldest age you bought the last one?
19.
Fuck.
College. It was peak Chinese jerseys, you know.
You're not going to be buying a Suns one, are you?
No. No, I'm very disappointed. I
That
don't
was
have
a
anything
show.
good to say.
Really good show, I think. It's always hard to know in the moment, but I feel like that was a really good show. So if you want to reward us,
A lot of not intelligent talking going on.
I think that's when we're at our best. When we're overreacting and we just say things off the cuff that may not be true. But yeah, what are you laughing at, dude?
When Evan said Scotty Scheffler,
He is. Just doesn't need to play golf anymore because he's
married.
out there
Evan.
just
Doesn't need to bang. Sorry,
He-
sorry,
he-
Grant. Close it out. Close it out.
To reward us for having a great show, top show. At Shot of MMS everywhere. Follow along, see some clips, some graphics, how to listen to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. You already know that if you're listening, but please tell a friend, give a review, subscribe, follow it, whatever you got to do. So when this drops, it automatically downloads on your cellular device, and then you're ready to listen. And honestly, I heard another show say this, like, even if you don't want to listen to us, can you just put your phone on your table while you work or do something and just hit play with no volume on and let it run through? I mean, that
really
counts
nice.
just as much. Like, we love to build a strong community that listens to every show. Diehards, we love them, but there's also those fringe listeners that just, if you tune out after weekly check-ins, I'm talking to you, most females that listen to this show.
I'm talking to you, Mom and Dad.
Just let
Come
that
on,
thing play.
support your son.
Turn that volume down, put it on 2.5 speed, let that thing play. It'll be done before you know it. It all counts the same on the listeners. The advertisers, the future advertisers won't know. That's it. And then next week, submit any questions. We'll get that back going. But tonight we had to do it fast and we had a full show anyway. So cheers to episode 72. McDonald's
cheers,
Toast.
episode 72.
70.
Shout out Cormy.
Too.
I mean,
Why are we shouting out Cormac?
He asked for a shout out.
Oh.
shout out Chris Paul.